Now, he's not up for election himself, of course, next month, but President Trump is out campaigning tonight for Republican candidates in the crucial US midterm elections. Both his party, the Republicans, and the Democrats believe those highly charged hearings involving Judge Brett Kavanaugh and his accuser, Dr. Christine Ford, have helped win them support. Of course, they can't both be right. Transparently, well, the US midterm elections are less than a month away now. In the balance, control of both the House of Representatives and the Senate, both currently held, of course, by the Republicans. All the seats in the House are up for grabs. The Democrats need to win an extra 23 there to gain control. Polls do suggest they have a pretty reasonable chance of doing just that. In the Senate, only around a third of seats are being contested, mostly held by Democrats. So despite them only needing to pick up an extra 2 seats, it is a far tougher challenge.
Several hours before the president arrives here, and there are long lines of his supporters standing in the rain. These are Donald Trump's heartland loyalists, and they have been galvanized by the epic political clash they've witnessed 1,000 miles from here. For last night saw the White House in triumphalist mood. In the eyes of Republicans, this was perhaps the most successful single moment of the Trump presidency.
And that I will faithfully and impartially.
President Trump has succeeded in reshaping one of the key institutions in American life, the Supreme Court, which is now firmly in the hands of conservatives. There was no attempt to make this a moment of national reconciliation. The president blamed Democrats for what he called the politics of personal destruction.
On behalf of our nation, I want to apologize to Brett and the entire Kavanaugh family for the terrible pain and suffering you have been forced to endure. You, sir, under historic scrutiny, were proven innocent. Thank you.
Kavanaugh had no words for his accusers, but he did thank Republicans and his wife.
I thank God every day for Ashley and my family.
My name is Precious McKesson. I'm calling with the Nebraska Democratic Party.
But Democrats also appear mobilized by the Kavanaugh battle.
We're hoping we can count on your vote for the Democrats in November.
These party workers are trying to persuade traditional Republicans to switch sides. I also joined a group of liberal activists in Nebraska, a Trump stronghold. They included rape survivors who say the Kavanaugh nomination was a searing experience.
It has opened up the wound, but I think right now, I would just say mostly I feel enraged. I just feel so much anger at what I'm seeing happen to our country, and I think that, especially here in Nebraska, women are told not to feel that anger and not to feel that rage. You know, we're supposed to be ladylike and we're supposed to be polite and Nebraska nice, and I feel like that's all out the window now. I'm mad, I'm angry, I have a right to be angry.
All I see is energetic women. All I see is women around me who are waiting for a chance to speak up and to step out and to make sure that their voices are heard. And I'm happy to be one of those women, and I'm raising my children to be those women as well.
Tonight, the president has left the White House and is now on his way here to the Midwest, an increasingly emboldened figure who is framing this midterm campaign as a battle to save America from what he is calling mob rule.
And Robert is live in Iowa tonight, where President Trump is due in the next couple of hours. Robert, of course, before he left Washington, there was news of yet another resignation from his administration.
That's absolutely right. In a real surprise, it was announced that Nikki Haley, America's high-profile ambassador to the UN, will leave her job at the end of this year. It's not exactly clear why, although it does appear to have been amicable, suggesting that Nikki Haley might move on to another significant job within the administration next year. And, of course, it's also true to say that she does have presidential ambitions of her own, though she did add today she will not be contesting the 2020 Republican nomination against Donald Trump, although the president did manage to stun everyone when he was speculating about who might succeed Nikki Haley, and he went on to suggest it might even be his own daughter.
I've heard Ivanka. I've heard how good would Ivanka be. The people that know, there's nothing to do with nepotism, but I want to tell you, the people that know that Ivanka would be dynamite.
Now, not clear if he was joking at that point, but it is true to say that as he heads here to Iowa, Donald Trump is on something of a roll. The appointment of Kavanaugh is wildly popular amongst his core supporters here, and it's possible he may feel less restrained than ever before.
Robert, appointing one's own daughter would be a first, but thank you.